Welcome to today's community agenda. I'm Tricia Isabel Bitwolia, the founder of this child's right organization. I'm with my coworkers, and before we start our meeting, I would like to welcome our barangay officials, headed by our barangay captain, Ms. Evangeline C. Magallan, and to our SK officials, headed by our SK chairman, Ms. Lovely Inanoria, to the parents and to all the residents of this community. I welcome you all. So, Community Agenda 2021 is the project proposal. So, here's are the objectives, purpose of the meeting, overview of the problem to be addressed, background and rationale of the proposed project and key partners, why your community, nature of the project partnership, and question and answer. So, the community agenda is that the project that I propose is the feeding program, scholarship for all the kindergarten, put up mini playground, and today is October 1, 2021, and place is the kindergarten of Panag Elementary School and time 1 p.m. So let's start our meeting. So the purpose of the meeting, it's my great desire to organize this kind of advocacy of my life in my community because I saw that there are still deficiency or something. There are problems in my community that are some learners here can't pursue to go to school for some reasons that their parents can sustain to support their studies because some of the parents needs financial assistance. They have no stable job to support their families, especially right now we are in the midst of pandemic. So knowing these reasons, I can tell that a lot of children could not afford the said education. With that, I come up with the decision of finding ways on how to help and contribute to this problem of our community for me to achieve my advocacy. So dealing with the problem in our community, I went to the DYA and talked to them. As an officer of this organization, as the founder, I brought this view for children. I suggested that we could find sponsorship or stakeholders that could help us in our program that we organize for those children who are in needs. The said children could get a free lunch or feeding. They could also get a free school supplies good for a whole year of studying so that their parents would not be worried anymore to sustain the needs of their children in school. But there's more. We want the children to enjoy their childhood. With that, we come up with a decision also to create a mini playground in kindergarten for them to play. We will strive to put an effort to make our plan successful. So that's it. This is the purpose of our program. Good day, everyone. So the overview of the problem to be addressed is that the kindergarten of Panag Elementary School has an enrolled of 35 learners, and some of the kindergarten students are undernourished, and some of them have no school materials because their parents has no stable job. Due to this reason, a child could not participate in the class because having no school supplies to use during the class. And sometimes they could not attend the class due to lack of money. They could not also pay for the school obligations because their salary or money is just enough for their everyday food and needs. And it's so sad to think about these problems, especially in my part, being a future teacher. It is so painful to see those students who could not get equality of education. So as an organizer of this program, I am confident that this plan of mine would be successful with the help of the stakeholders. Background and rationale of the proposed project and key partners. So since I already know the problem in our community, particularly about the learners that could not afford to go to school because of having no financial support or assistance by their parents for the reasons that the salary of their parents is just enough for their daily needs. With these reasons, I came up of organizing this advocacy that is intended only in kindergartens. In this organization, we will conduct a free feeding lunch good for 35 learners. We will provide a food that is very nutritious for children. The parents should be the one to cook for this. The teachers will assign a schedule for the parents who will going to cook in a day. The municipality of New Bataan will provide a fund and budget for the food. They are also the one who will buy anything, and the teachers will just receive it and turned over in the parents of the children schedule by schedule. Also, regarding the scholarship and the school package of school supplies, the barangay office will be the one to cater for the kindergarten, and the mini playground that we include in our plans, the provincial government are the one to provide the budget to put up their project for kindergarten. So why your community? So I choose this community, which is Barangay Panag, New Bataan. It is because this is the place where I live. I also studied here. That is why since in the beginning, I know already what is the problem in our community that needs to be addressed. A lot of parents are having difficulties for the reasons that they cannot get any job, which affects the education of every children who don't get any support from different sectors and stakeholders. All children should be provided according to their needs, such as food, education, and to be able to play and live a good future. Nature of the project, partnership. So the 35 learners in kindergarten should be fed with nutritious food that will help them become a nourished children in our community. The New Bataan Municipal Local Unit will be the one to provide and supply the food. So the barangay officials will allocate the budget to the 35 learners in the kindergarten that they should have no problem with school's obligations to be paid every year. So the school supplies will be also included, such as bag, papers, pencils, notebooks, crayons, scissors, and more. So and as for the playground, the provincial of the Davao de Oro will be the one to install the seesaw, swings, and slides for all the kindergartens that they can play with when it's game time. So here's the questions. Who's gonna cook for that? So the parents must be the one who will cook, schedule by schedule. The teacher will assign a schedule for the parents who will going to cook in a day. Question number 2. Is the playground safe for the children? Well, yes, it is safe for the children because it is a recommended surface material such as sand, wood chips, rubber mats, and other artificial materials that are also safe surfaces and require less maintenance. So that is why it is safe for the children to play with. Number 3. What about the school supplies? If the children run out of school supplies, where will they ask? So if the children were run out of school supplies, the teacher will go to the barangay to ask the provided school supplies because the barangay officials already allocate the budget about the school supplies for the whole year. So you can ask, also the teacher can ask the barangay officials for that matter. Question number 4. What kind of food should we feed children? Children need to eat foods from healthy food groups like vegetables and fruits. Healthy foods have nutrients that are important for children's growth, development, and learning. So limit salty, fatty, and sugar foods. So question number 5. What's the purpose of playground? Is it necessary for the children? Well, yes, it is necessary because playgrounds and outdoor play equipment offer kids fresh air, friends, fun, and exercise. And it is essential safe spaces where children can be themselves and express their fun-loving nature while developing crucial cognitive, physical, social, and emotional skills. So this is the end of our agenda. Thank you for lending your time here and see you for our next meeting. Thank you.